It's kind of wild because Faust is such a sort of iconic, ingrained in the cultural consciousness piece. It's like Hamlet. Hi, I'm Sara Holdren, and I am the director of Faust. I would describe Faust as a devil story, as a story of sort of excessive desire, gone to both a very beautiful and a very brutal place. I can definitely say that that narrative-wise, this will not be the Gounod's Faust that you have seen before, if you've seen it before. The story of that first part and the story of the opera has to do with this love affair, this tragic love affair between Faust and this woman Marguerite. That love affair and where it's headed and the fate of Marguerite, we're really interested in this particular version. Without giving too much away, I can say some of the things that we're discovering in Marguerite and the way that her story arcs is going to feel very different, and I hope very exciting for people who both haven't and have seen the show. I'm really excited about the idea of the speaking being in a fairly gritty, fairly recognizable form of modern English, but then having the singers able to vault into this other sphere, that music in and of itself, and these absolutely beautiful songs are a kind of, they're a different mode of communication, you know, so they're sort of, whether or not, I mean, they're literally a different language in that they are in French, but they're also sort of metaphorically, metaphysically a different language. They sort of lift into another way that their souls exist in the world. What's so fascinating is that even though we might mostly think of Gounod's Faust these days as a grand opera, as a sung-through piece, it didn't begin life that way. It actually did begin as something called an opera comique, which meant that it had spoken dialogues in its original form. It's received different parts of itself along the way. There's an absolutely gorgeous and kind of definitive aria that one of its characters sings that didn't even enter the piece until it was a grand opera. So we're sort of taking elements of both and of all of its various lives and bringing those together. What I'm really excited about is kind of, in a sense, going back to that original idea of the opera comique and the dialogues, but also getting into those dialogues, making them new in English, making them feel really fresh and really robust and muscular, and taking them to a place that feels very much like, you know, what is Faust for us in our world. I feel like this production is just going to kind of like shake the dust out of things and give us this really sort of, hopefully, both contemporary and kind of broad existential feeling for the work, which is so beautiful and so capable of kind of like, of continuing to speak to us.